Hi everyone and welcome back to Marty's channel. Tonight, of course, we are back with another live question and answer session starting now at 7:15, and we'll be letting this one run tonight for about half an hour as opposed to the one earlier in the week where it lasted over an hour. If you enjoyed the last one, guys, you'll be sure to enjoy this one. We've got some questions that people have asked me, and I'll be answering them tonight as well. If anybody does have any questions, please be sure to ask them in the chat box, and I will go through them. I'll be sure to answer them all. If you're enjoying the content, please be sure to like this video, guys, and more importantly, subscribe. That'll let me and everybody else know, more importantly YouTube, that you're enjoying the content and you want me to make more. If you're not enjoying the content and you want me to do something differently, drop me a comment, tell me what you'd like to see differently, and I'm sure we can implement that as well. So if you just joined us, folks, be sure to say hello in the chat box on the right, and we will get started in a moment or so. So let's get straight into some of the questions. So since starting this YouTube channel over well, not even a week, we currently have, last I checked a few moments ago, 20 free subscribers. So a big massive thank you to everybody who subscribed. For those that haven't subscribed just quite yet, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to let everybody else know about this channel so they can subscribe too. So it'll give me the confidence to make more videos and entertain everybody else with more future smart home tech. So let's get straight into some of the questions that I've been asked, private message. Some of these are really good questions. Some of them I just simply cannot read out. Yeah. So one of the best questions I asked is, Martin, in one of your YouTube, well, in fact, in all of my YouTube videos, I've made reference to Amazon Prime, and I've actually went on Amazon's website and sort of navigated and showed people what to type in, what to search for, and where to find the products I have, where to find cheaper alternatives. And one person has asked me, Martin, Prime Day is now over. Is there going to be another Prime Day this year? Great question. So Prime Day usually runs in September every year, but with the Euro Cup being on this year, Amazon decided to bring their Prime Days, because it's over 2 days this year, back earlier. So it's normally set in September, but we obviously had it in June. To answer your question, there will be more sales. Amazon does sales all year round, so it's just a matter of constantly going on and checking those deals. It is never easy, or not possible, to say exactly when the next Amazon sale similar to Prime is going to be, because they have deals all the time. But what I will say is, the next date you can certainly put in your diary will be Black Friday, which is on the 26th of November. And Black Friday, everybody always associates with the people running into their local stores and grabbing the TVs and fighting with somebody else over a TV. Well, Amazon has something similar, except you're sitting in your home and, well, you don't have to fight with anybody. Pretty straightforward, pretty good. If you can't make the 26th of November, you're in luck, because there'll also be another one on the 29th of November, referred to as Cyber Monday. Now, Cyber Monday generally sticks with the more sort of techie side of things, whereas Black Friday sort of focuses on everything. So Black Friday, you're going to get deals on sort of everything from kitchen appliances to curtains, all that sort of business. Cyber Monday, you'll get some of that as well, but Cyber Monday, you'll get more deals on your electronics. So definitely a better one to go for. Okay, so if that's something you're interested in, folks, be sure to put those dates in your diary, and I'll still be here in those dates, so I'll definitely be sure to remind everybody on those dates to get on, and I'll be doing a live video that day as well, folks, to remind everybody to go on. So hope I answered your question. If I have, please give me a like. If I haven't, be sure to ask me another one, and we'll take it from there. Someone asked me here, I'm worried about how much electricity an Alexa device is going to cost me. Will it significantly put up my electricity price or bill? So I recently carried out an experiment whereby I decided to turn off all of my Alexa devices for a couple of days. Don't use them at all, which would kind of defeat the whole point of this YouTube channel, but I did it anyway. So I turned off all my Alexa devices, and to see how much difference it would be in terms of price. On average across the week, not using any of my Alexa devices, it probably made my bill cheaper by about less than £1. Less than £1. So not really a big difference, folks. Definitely not worth switching them all off and deciding I don't want one because it's going to cost me too much electricity. Somebody else asked me, I'm worried about buying an Alexa device, never using it, and while it's plugged in, it's going to slow down my internet speed. Not to worry. While your Alexa device is plugged in and sitting in standby, so not playing music, not answering you, telling you what the news is, the weather is, it will not use any of your bandwidth. It will only use your bandwidth when you ask it to do something. And even at that, it's not going to make a big difference unless you have several of them around your house playing a multi-room sort of gig all the time. So definitely not something I'll be worrying about. So don't worry about that one, folks. Now, that said, if you are playing music, whether it be on Spotify or Amazon Music, that's obviously going to cost a lot more than the likes. That's going to use a lot more bandwidth than the likes of your. That's going to use a lot more bandwidth than the likes of just maybe asking Alexa what's the weather or what time it is, what's today's date. Okay, so again, hope I answered that question. If I haven't, be sure to let me know. A big question, folks. I've been asked. I've actually been asked this one a couple of times, and it's something that I will be exploring in another video. I'm gonna have to do that one pre-recorded and do some editing and all the rest of it. But a big question I always get asked is, should I buy an Amazon Alexa or should I go for the Google Nest device? Well, it depends what you want. Google is fantastic because they are a bigger library than Amazon for information. For example, every time we want information online, chances are we're going to go into Google. We're not going to look up Silk Browser, which is the Amazon default Internet Explorer, okay, or in Google's case, Chrome. Google is good for more information, but they are still on the surface. They're not quite yet on the surface of branching out to their sort of smart home niche. They do have sort of they have the equivalent of a Ring doorbell. They do have their own security systems and all the rest of it. But currently, Amazon is still the market leader in terms of leading the way with their sort of home integration and their Alexa devices. Like their Alexa devices can turn on the bulbs, you've got the Ring system, you've got the Philips Hue system, you've got more integration with robot vacuum cleaners. So for the likes of your smart home, definitely go for Alexa. If you're only interested in asking your smart home assistant, what's the weather today, what's the time, hey Google, what's traffic like going to work, then Google's going to be the one for you. But for those who are interested in setting up a smart home, with these channels are all about, you definitely want to get yourself an Alexa device. I do, funny enough, have Google devices in my home, but well, I say they're home. They're currently still in the box. I haven't gotten around to opening them up yet to sort of show off around the house and sort of see what they can do properly. Namely because I can do everything I want to with Amazon Alexa. So definitely Amazon Alexa will be the one. You can look up online on Google, speaking of Google, in more information as like on sort of Tech Radar and Reddit and places like that, and you will see an ongoing argument between which one is better. But as I always say, you definitely want to stick with Amazon Alexa, especially if you're interested in the more smart home system options. Okay. Next we have, let's see, best type. Okay. This is a really big question, a really good question I got asked. And which is the best ISP to use? So ISP stands for Internet Service Provider, and some are better than others. Now, bear in mind, folks, what I'm about to say here is this relates to the UK. Okay, so in the UK we have we've got two main types of internet. Very well, several, but for the purposes of this conversation, we've got two. And what they are is your standard broadband, and then the second one is your fibre optic cable. So most people in the UK have the likes of BT, Sky, TalkTalk, PlusNet, Post Office is another one, Vodafone. Other cellular networks offer their own internet service now, and these are all the ones that sort of have that little box in your street. Okay. And these are the ones that will work off the sort of pythons and all the rest of it and get the internet free, all that sort of carry on. The one that I use is Virgin Media. And people will say straight away, Virgin Media is the most dearest one out. Why would you go for that one? They may be the most dear, and they may hike their prices up every year, in which case it takes a bit of negotiation. But they are the quickest because they give you the option. They have their cables are fibre optic, which means they run under the ground, as opposed to the pythons. And why does that make a difference? Well, it makes a difference because pythons or pylons are affected by the weather. So if you have a storm, really day, really windy, and you're going to get on straight away, my internet's not working. Why is my internet not working? Self-explanatory. Cables under the ground are going to be far less affected. That aside, in terms of speeds, Virgin do offer the best possible speeds out there, so they will give you the quickest. Currently, Virgin will offer 340 megabytes per second. Megabytes per second. BT will offer somewhere around sort of 200 upwards. They do have advertisements for higher, but you really need to be in a really ideal position to get any higher than about 200, especially with BT and Sky. There are really bad ISPs you can go for, and I'm not going to mention any names in this channel, but do your research, look at the reviews, always trust the reviews. If you want to know which ISP I think is completely horrendous, feel free to private message me, and I will sort of give you a bigger rundown on the better ISPs to use and the ones that probably you shouldn't use. Okay, so that's a quick rundown, folks, of sort of ISPs, which I will go into in a later video. But I think that sort of covers the service for now. We did have more questions, folks. In terms of people have asked me where can I get the best possible deals. Well, you can get them on Amazon, but do look out for the deals. Never pay full price for a product, because on a Monday you could pay the full price of £25 for a new Echo Dot third generation, and on Friday it could go down to £20. That's just how Amazon works. That's just how it works. So I say always hold on, wait it out, see what happens, folks. Never buy something straight off the bat. So if you have any questions, guys, be sure to hit me in that comment section, and I'll be sure to answer them. If you can't make it to the chat tonight, folks, be sure to comment underneath, and I'll be sure to answer those questions in a later video as well. A few people have said to me, wasn't actually going to read this, but this isn't a question, it's more an observation, but a few people have said to me in a few of my videos, how come we haven't seen any more Theo since your first video, Martin? Well, Theo's been taking it easy recently, that's basically the short answer, but good news, folks, is he's here in this video tonight. Theo. Maybe try one again. Theo. So, if anybody doesn't know, this is our co-sponsor, this is our co-presenter, Theo. So this is our co-presenter, Theo. Don't know if you can quite see him just yet, but let's see, he's gonna come up here and say hello. Oh, let's see. Hey Theo, do you want to say hello to everybody? Do you want to say hello to everybody? Yeah. Do you want to say hello? Oh wow, okay. So this is Theo, our golden retriever, who so would you like to answer any of the questions? Would you like to answer anybody's questions today? Yeah, would you like to answer anybody's questions? I do apologise everybody if the screen looks a bit blurry. It's not your screen, it's just him. He's currently shedding hair like mad at the minute. And yeah, I say he's currently shedding hair, but he's a great dog, and Theo is 2. Yeah, but he's a big dog. If you look. Yeah, say hello to everybody. Hello. Hello. Say hello. I'll say, folks, if anybody has any questions, be sure to mention them or ask those questions in the chat box, and I will be sure to answer them. This is a live Q&A, folks. We're on for half an hour tonight, and then we will do another one of these next Saturday night. Just a heads up, folks, we will not be doing a video tomorrow. We'll be taking a break tomorrow, as we're going to be making some improvements to the channel. Our next video will be on Monday, and that's going to be focusing on the Echo Show Flex, which is currently on Amazon for $24.99. So Theo said he's away. He's been on long enough, thanks. So yeah. Like I say, folks, if anybody has any questions, be sure to ask them there in that chat box on the right, and we should be sure to answer them. We just had Theo on our program there now. He's currently went off somewhere, but I'm sure he's going to come back in a few moments. And if he does, we'll be sure to get Theo back in the frame, because I know everybody comes on this to watch Theo anyway. Like I say, folks, if you have any questions, be sure to ask them in the chat box on the right, and I will do my best to answer them. Theo. Yep, and he's come back again. So I don't know if you can see, but my jumper is currently covered in dog hair. Yeah, so he's back again. This isn't really a proper Q&A session with Theo in the frame tonight, but yeah. As I say, guys, if you're enjoying the content tonight, please be sure to like the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll take it from there. Just to give everybody an idea of what we've done so far, we've been answering people's questions on what the best internet service provider is to use, what the best internet service provider to use, what's better, Alexa versus Google, in a very sort of broad sense. We've talked about how much should an Alexa device cost, is it going to slow down my internet, and we've been answering some other questions then as well. So if anybody's interested in any of that, be sure to hit that rewind button and rewatch the video. And in the meantime, just while we're waiting for any questions, we'll all start. Wow, okay. In the meantime, we'll just start Theo. Theo, say hello. Hello, everybody. Okay, so Theo currently wants to hit my keyboard. Okay. I think he's done. Okay. Bye, Theo. Nope, back again. Okay. So we're going to be on. What time is it now? It is now 7:32. We're going to be on for another 13 minutes here, folks. For anybody who's enjoyed the content, like I say, like the video, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll go from there. Okay, we're live again. Sorry, folks, don't know what happened there. Our streaming software kind of crashed on us, but we're back. We're back. So like I say, guys, we're going to be on for just another less than 15 minutes. If anybody's interested in answering a question, now's the time to do it. And we'll go from there. So like I say, folks, we're live right now, and we're here to answer any of your questions anybody has right now. We're live right now, and we're here to answer anybody's questions. So be sure to even say hello if you don't have any questions in the chat box. I'll be sure to answer them too. For some strange reason, it isn't always obvious when you're watching a live channel here on Facebook that it's actually live. A lot of people are actually sometimes surprised to learn that the channel is actually live. So, surprise. So, like I said earlier on, folks, we're not going to be making a video tomorrow. We're going to be taking a break and doing some upgrades to the channel. We're going to have a special show on Monday. We'll be looking at the Amazon Echo Flex. And why is it a special show? Well, you'll have to tune in and see. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll be the first to be notified whenever a new video goes up, and we'll take it from there. What's special about this, guys, is I am doing live Q&As, which means this cannot be edited. Everything we say is in real time, and I make sure I know my facts before I give out any answers, so you can always be sure you're getting the most up-to-date information. If you just joined the channel this evening, hi guys, welcome to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Say hello in the chat box. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and we'll go from there. So we're going to be on for another 10 minutes here, folks, tonight, and then we will call it quits from there. Hope everybody enjoyed seeing Theo tonight as well. If you have, be sure to say hello to him as well in the chat box, and I'm sure he will greatly appreciate it. If anybody has any other questions, like I say, just joined us, be sure to say answer them there in the chat room to the right, and we'll go from there. So somebody just private messaged me and asked me there, Marty, will you be looking at any integrated mesh systems? And the answer to that question is yes, I will be. And why I say yes, I will be, I'm still currently in the market looking for a mesh system. And the reason for that is the most popular one that's always advertised all around the time is Aero. Aero is set to improve your Wi-Fi speed, make it more secure, make everything basically neater and quicker and everything you want, all razzle and dazzle. But Aero has currently got an issue working properly in the UK. These are bugs that are trying to be ironed out, and I think until those are ironed out, I'm going to hold off. I don't want to implement a new Wi-Fi router in my house, set up all the hotspots around the house, and it finally doesn't work, because simply it would take me far too long setting it all back up again, setting it all up to find out my smart home isn't going to work off it. That wouldn't be very good, and it wouldn't be very smart. But it is something I am looking at. If anybody's not entirely sure about mesh systems are basically enhanced routers that can handle more powerful devices. When I say powerful devices, I mean like an Echo Show 10 or several smart home devices, or in my case, probably as it stands right now, I probably have over 30 smart home devices currently in operation around my house. That includes 2 smart hubs that I'll be showcasing in a later video, which are, just for everybody's curiosity, are the Hive system for controlling my heating and the Philips Hue bridge for controlling my lights. But that'll be something we'll be talking about in a much later video. So we're on 7:37 tonight, folks. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to like the video, and I'll be answering any more questions in the next 5 or so minutes. I'm constantly also refreshing my comments feeds, folks, for anybody that's messaging me in there, and refreshing my emails, which people are messaging me on, and that's where I was able to answer those other questions tonight. I'll say, folks, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do, and be sure to check back on Monday. I'll say where we're going to have a new and enhanced smart channel with a lot more bells and whistles. I'm looking forward to that, because we're going to be doing a lot more special effects, and it's I can't wait to show it off. So the chat box in here is pretty quiet tonight, folks, but hopefully everybody will drop in. If we get any more viewers, we'll stay on a little bit longer, but currently we are on target to stay on for another, well, 6 minutes now, and then that'll do us for the evening. Just constantly watching that viewers count, see if anybody else joins, and I'll be sure to ask them to say hello and go from there. Hope everybody's enjoyed watching Field tonight as well. I know you haven't seen him since the first video. He'll be in more videos being showcased in later videos, well, I'm sure everybody can't wait to see more of him, because you're probably sick of this face coming up in your news feed God knows how many times a day. So if you just joined us, folks, be sure to say hello in the chat box. We're here doing a live Q&A and answering any questions for another few moments, folks. But we'll go from there. So somebody just messaged me there in the box and asked me what type of dog is Theo. Theo is a golden retriever who is 2. His birthday is in October, so he'll be 3 in October. Yeah, big birthday, isn't it? Theo is what I call the perfect smart home assistant, because when our Ring doorbell goes off and it says motion detected at the front door, Theo will go running to the door, because he now knows when motion detection goes off through the Alexa, letting me know that somebody's at the front door. Theo knows this and he'll go running to check it out. So it's a very, very clever dog. For anybody who's just joined us, folks, hello, welcome to the channel. If you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the chat box. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and like the video. That'd be great as well. But most importantly here, folks, we're here to answer your questions tonight. We're going to be on for another few moments and then we will go from there. So, as I say, folks, if anybody has any questions, drop them in that chat box. Tonight, just on the refresh, we've answered the questions on who's the best internet service provider to get, of course, depending on your area. How much does it cost in terms of electricity for using Alexa devices? Who's better, Alexa versus Google, or Amazon versus Google, shall we say, to be fair? So that, in fact, should be Alexa versus Nest. And when's the next sale? Because, unfortunately, some people may have missed Prime Day. And just on reflection again, that's going to be in November when we have Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But as and when good deals do come up on Amazon, I'll be sure to jump on the bandwagon and let everybody know what they are and when they are. So hopefully everybody will miss nothing. If you subscribe to this channel, you'll be the first to hear about it. So we are currently on 7:41. We'll be on for another few moments, folks. See if we get any more. We'll see if we get any more messages or emails privately, and I'll answer those questions as well. If anybody wants to drop me any questions in the chat box, we'll be sure to answer them as well. So there's a good couple of minutes, folks, left, and if it certainly goes on a little bit longer than the half an hour we had planned, that's no problem as well. So be sure, folks, to like the video if you're enjoying the content, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. That'd be great. So there you go. We just got another email asking me a question. Marty, what is the next Alexa device you're going to be getting, and why? Okay, so currently, as it stands, I have all of the Alexa devices, but that's a great question, because the only Alexa device I have are the ones that are currently released in the UK. And what I mean by that is all Alexa devices are released in America before anywhere else. America refers to them as day one editions, but they should be called cool editions, because America get all the cool stuff, and then over here in the UK we get a hell of a lot later. So, for example, as everybody can see, I wear glasses. Okay, Alexa currently has these things called Echo lenses. Okay, and basically they are glasses that have Alexa built into them. So the next time you see somebody walking down the road talking to themselves, before you think, wow, okay, they could possibly have Alexa glasses if you're in America, because you're not going to get them over here. So the next product I hope I'm going to get are the Echo lenses, but I'm not holding my breath because we don't know when they're going to be released here in the UK. I suspect, if I had to guess, it'll be sometime next year, because they were in fact released in America about maybe about a year ago now, but they're still currently in that sort of beta phase, so there's a wee while to go yet, probably before we get them, but hopefully next year, late next year, we'll get something. And yes, the reason why, well, I wear glasses and I want Alexa with me at all times. One substitute for those at the moment, folks, if anybody's interested, and people cannot wait, like me, and you want Alexa on the go everywhere you go, and please don't use these when you're driving, it's not a good idea, you can get the Echo Buds, and these are basically Bluetooth enabled earphones that play Amazon Music. But if you're out and about and you're on the bus home, or you're out and about walking, or you're anywhere, and maybe you're in London and you're on the tube, you could suddenly get off the tube, say it's right beside where you live, get off, and you can say into your Echo Buds, Alexa, turn on the lights for me coming home. Turn on the lights for me coming home. So Alexa would go ahead and do that. So that's definitely something that could be up people's street. But the Echo Buds are more used for Amazon Music, and I have a pair. I will be reviewing them on the video a way later on, but I would highly recommend them. During Prime, they were down to £50. I think they are currently up to their full price now of £120. but they are definitely a great addition to have. I'd highly recommend them. Just on that note, one big thing has come to the UK this year is an Amazon grocery store, which is currently set up in London. And what this is, basically, you get your smartphone, you walk into the store, you have a QR code, you scan it on a QR scanner, and in you go, you pick up your groceries, and you walk back out again. No need for cashier, no need for self-checkout, no need for scanning to shop. This new shop has scanners, or has motion sensors on the roof that will literally follow you around the store once you pick up your bread, your loaf of milk, whatever it is, and it'll watch you leave, and then it'll charge you your Amazon account. Now, that is a big debate in terms of, well, do I want Big Brother watching me all the time? You know, I for one do think it's going to speed up and make the shopping experience a lot more fun. And I personally cannot wait for one of them, for more of them to be posted all around the UK. They're currently all over in America, and they're doing a really good job. But again, it's one of those things whereby America gets all the cool stuff before we do, so it just takes a wee bit of time. Thank you, Martin. Hey, Martin, another great Q&A. Thanks very much. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do. But thank you very much for the comment. Anybody has any questions, I'll say we're going to be on for, we've actually over our time. We'll be on here for another 4 minutes. And if anybody's interested in asking any questions, be sure to drop them in the comment section, and I will definitely be sure to answer them. One video I'm going to be doing later on, folks, maybe in a week or two's time, is I'm going to be breaking down smart home tech into small chunks, because an awful lot of people are sort of new to the smart home game, and I think, you know, the likes of Alexa and Google Nest systems and, you know, all that just sort of scare people a wee bit. So I'm going to break it down, let you know why you need to get these things, that you need to get yourself a smart assistant, and be talking about the advantages and disadvantages. There aren't any disadvantages that I can think of right now, but I do know that like smart tech, smart bulbs isn't everybody's cup of tea, but that's something I'm going to be hopefully telling people a little bit more about. So we've got 3 minutes left, folks. If anybody has any questions, be sure to post them in that chat box, and then at 10 to 8 that will do us, I think. But as I say, folks, if anybody has any later questions, I currently watch the comment section at all times, and will be sure to answer them if they do come up at a later time. So 2 minutes left. So folks, in the last couple of seconds we have left, I want to thank everybody who's tuned into the channel tonight. Thank you for those who are watching it back at a later date. Thanks for taking the time to watch it. We will be doing one of these weekly, probably 2 weekly as the channel grows, because I'll be spending more time editing content and making it more fun. If you have enjoyed the content, be sure to hit that like button. More importantly, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If it's something you want to see more of, please do those things. Also, don't be frightened to share it around your friends so they subscribe too. It'll give me a boost of confidence to make more of these videos. It'll also encourage me to put more in it, so they're more, they're more friendly in terms of sort of graphics, in terms of what I can show you. I am currently working on integration systems so that I can sort of show you guys so that the screen on my phone to show you the Alexa app, the Hue app, the Hive heating systems app, and sort of go through sort of obstacles with those things, but there aren't many. Folks, thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate you all taking the time to watch it tonight. We'll not be making a video tomorrow, as I said earlier on, but instead I'll be making a video on Monday on the Amazon Alexa Flex, so be sure to be tuned back in again for that, folks. Thanks everyone, and good night.